Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. My name is Michelle Zachary with Relock Podcast. Today we have my co-host Erica Sloan and Aaron Brown. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
How you doing?
That's good. Guys, if you guys could go subscribe to our YouTube page, Relock Podcast on YouTube and on Facebook, live every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. So you guys go share. Tonight we will be talking about red flags. A red flag is a red flag. What you think?
Red is the color tonight.
And I'm ready.
Red is hot today. Red is hot today. So,
and I'm ready.
We'll be talking about red flags. So, y'all, when y'all hear people say red flags, what do that mean to you, Aaron?
It's a warning. It's a warning flag. I think in all aspects of any type of relationship that you have, be it professional, romantic, it's a warning. It may be, and everyone has different red flags. I mean, there can be some generic red flags across the board, but I think through your own life experience, you develop or you come up with your own red flags, your pet peeves, or things that are deal breakers for you. And when you're dealing with an individual, somebody at work, that's a red flag to me.
Okay. Erica, what about you?
I agree with Aaron. It's definitely, I feel like you develop whatever are deal breakers. So definitely, to me, red is stop. Stop. Definitely think and reevaluate. Yeah, I think it's just definitely whatever works for you, because it might not work for the next. We all are totally different, men and women. So, and what they definitely look for. So, that's what it is. I think definitely.
What's a red flag for you, Michelle?
Baby, I don't want to know. Baby, I got probably a whole book on red flags. But I should write a book called Red Flag. I just think that it is something that when you're in a dating process that you notice about somebody that is something maybe that you don't like, or something that have happened. You've had an experience before in the past, and it was something that maybe have broke, was a cause of a breakup, or something that you're just like, I don't really like that. So to me, like, red flags are kind of things that you really don't like, and that can be an indication that I may not want to move forward with this, or, let me stop and evaluate what I think that I'm seeing, and let me see if that is true of what I think I'm seeing, or what I think I maybe have heard or watched or observed.
Right.
So that's what a red flag is to me. Yeah. So, I think that in red flags, I think that in relationships, I'll talk about is a lot of people do. I think in relationship, they do see red flags and they overlook them. I heard you earlier say, Aaron, that red flags could sometimes be generic. And I think that could be, that could happen. But what I see in relationships is a lot of people overlooking red flags. Like, kind of in the cute phase, you start overlooking the red flags. And then later on in there, you be like, oh, okay, shit, I shouldn't have
let it slide this
Yeah,
moment.
I shouldn't have let it slide, and I should have moved on or let this situation go because it's not something I like. I think a lot of people overlook red flags in the beginning, and they just and they move on, and then the situation becomes a bigger situation later on in the relationship.
So why do you think that they overlooked them in the beginning?
Um, I think what I have seen and what I have done myself, I think that because I'll speak for women.
Mhm.
Um, I think that because we feel like that we can change a person. Uh, we feel like we can change a person. So when we get with somebody and we see those things, we be like, oh, because we're in the stage where we want the relationship. So
Right.
we know what we see and we don't like it, but we're like, okay, maybe I could change him because I may be better than the other woman. You know
Mm.
what I mean? So I think that's some reason why people don't like stop when they see the red flags. They think they can change the person.
Or maybe if I give it a little bit of time, maybe it was just this one time. So then they do it again, and it's like, okay, maybe I let him, maybe it'll change. Maybe it's just this one situation, and later it'll get better. Mm.
Yeah. What about you, Aaron?
Oh, red flag. Mm. Hmm.
Why do people let ignore? Why do you feel they ignore
I
the red?
think people ignore red flags. They might be lonely.
Mm.
They
Mm-hmm.
want to continue that situationship slash relationship because they don't want to be by themselves.
Mm.
And, and they try to weigh out the lesser of evil and can I deal with it or not? Is this something I can live with or not? But at the
Okay.
same time, why is it if you labeled it a red flag and you know it's a warning, then why deal with it? But to answer your question, yeah, I think they don't want to be by themselves and they want to continue the relationship. It's something about that situation that makes them comfortable.
Mm.
Yeah.
And people do not like to be uncomfortable. And especially if you just been dealing with that person for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
it depends on how far and deep you are into that relationship.
I don't even think it has to be long or deep. I think that, like you said, I think a lot of it is loneliness because you've been single for a while. I think we're getting older. We're getting up and getting up and you like, am I gonna be by myself for the rest of my life? We in our
Uh-huh.
40s, so late 40s. So it's like I don't want to be alone, but you're enjoying things and you're having a good time.
Right.
So at that moment, we're all in that moment. We're having a good time. We're laughing. We're giggling. We're hanging out because it's fresh and it's new. And then this one little thing happened, that one little red flag, and you're like, but this good time is outweighing that one little red flag at the moment.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of that plays in a part of it too.
So,
Mm.
how far do you think you should get into a relationship where, or even a friendship where you feel like, well, look, okay, let's just do this. List some of these red flags that you have. What are some red flags for you, Erica? Let's say red flags in a relationship. Oh, first, let's just do this. Red flags in a friendship, and then let's do red flags in a
Let's
relationship.
play one at a time. So I'm
Yeah,
only
so let's
getting
do friendship first.
friendships.
Like homeboy and homegirl friendships.
Yeah, you can have red flags in friendships.
Can you? So I guess
Yeah,
for
I
friends,
guess so.
I guess you can, but I guess I deal with friendship a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, for me, I guess I don't look for red flags. Like I'm gonna get a vibe with a person. If we cool, we cool. But I don't know. I guess the people that I have been friends with, I've been friends with for a long time. So I've known them, like Michelle. I've known since junior high, sixth grade. So it's like people that I am really, really close with. I don't know. I don't deal with it the same. And I don't know, maybe that's different, but I don't see them as red flags until you get to know that person and you see how and then I just cut a person off if I get treated a certain type of way. If I start to feel a certain type of way and I feel like the friendship is not being reciprocated as I am, I don't
That's
know. I just
so
cut it.
that's a red flag. So
Okay.
what gets you to that point?
It,
What will make you in the friendship?
I think for me, um the disloyalty. I know for me, I think as a friend, I'm gonna be there 100%. If you need me for anything, Michelle, no. If you call me, I was like, I'm there. I'm gonna do whatever I can, and I just feel like for me, it's the same. So I feel like if I'm not getting that same thing back, eh. But I think for me, red flags in the relationship, I think it's different for me. Because in a relationship, so I'm just going to be honest with y'all. A relationship red flag for me, number one, I'm sorry, but it's your shoes. I'm looking at your shoes.
Really?
Shut up.
No,
Your shoes.
no,
What's wrong with my shoes?
hold on. I'm just saying. That's so big.
Okay, what? He can't have no Buster Browns?
Heck no. So I'm looking at your shoes first. That's the first thing. It tells me a lot about a person.
Okay.
Not saying that they got to be expensive shoes, but I'm looking at your shoes and the way you take care of them. If they lean into the side, like if they clean, they don't. It just tells me a lot about a person in the way you take care of your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's my first number one red flag. I'm sorry.
So what if you went on a date and he had on flip flops? Is that a red flag?
The first date is
Flip flops.
that's a red flag.
Flip flops.
Aaron, that's a red flag. The first date is a flip flop. Yeah. Now, and me and you hanging out and we've been going out for a while. That's different. But the first date, yeah, sir. Put your flip flops down. Yeah. No. No.
So look, I see somebody in the comments said, if you have to keep asking yourself what they bring to the table, that's considered a red flag. Yeah, I agree with that too.
Absolutely.
Somebody said a person who only likes to text is a big red flag. Definitely. Your ass ain't gonna be texting me no 100 times a day. You gonna pick that phone up.
First of all, let me say something. I know my cousin Tennille ain't getting no good talking about I like to wear flip flops.
Yeah.
Putting my business in the street.
Well, you just put your whole business in the street when you lifted that flip flop up. You just put that all out there for everybody.
And his toes is probably ugly too.
They Gucci flip flops.
It don't matter.
Oh, well, you know what? That might be cool now. You better have some. You better not have them Old Navy ones on that you got.
No, they old. No, these ain't. These might be service merchandise.
Boy, service merchandise ain't been here since I was 11 years old.
Oh, he got Payless, Aaron.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Yvette Rose said, I hate dirty shoes. Oh, me
I
too.
do. It's a big one for me. Like, I'm just saying it definitely, and I'm gonna tell you another one. The way you keep your car on the inside.
Now that for me, y'all know I got OCD.
It's a red flag because
I've seen the inside your car. You keep your car like it's fresh off the car lot.
Baby, you better know it.
That's
my house is like that too.
No, for real. We both agree that it's a big one for me. The way you keep that, it's a red flag.
Michelle, your cookie still color coded?
That's probably a red flag for some. Dorian probably walked up in this door like, well,
she got the black Oreos with the black the gold one with the
and they stacked real nice.
I'm like, can you eat one? Can I touch it?
You know, I think another red flag is, you know, I think that sometimes that red flags could be generic. You know what I mean? Aaron said it earlier. I think sometimes after you've been in bad situations, you kind of look a little too deep into stuff. And you're like, you know, I don't know. But why do people always do it with the wrong person? You know what I mean? Like, they will overlook the red flags on the person that they should be overlooking the flag. I mean, they shouldn't be overlooking the flags with. But the person that they should be given an opportunity, they look at all the red flags. Why y'all think that?
That's because they probably didn't care for you in the first place. So let me just say this: generic red flags that everybody lying.
What do you mean?
Lying is a red flag.
You gonna be you said generic.
But a generic red flag is something across the board in a relationship.
Okay, you just
in a friendship. It's a generic red flag. It's a basic, generic, basic, whatever. It's a something that goes all the way across lying.
Okay.
Stealing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, don't get me started about that, child. I didn't had one of them relationships before.
So, did you stay friends with somebody who stole from you?
It wasn't a friend. It was a boyfriend.
Oh,
damn thief! But we ain't gonna even go there. Let's keep pushing.
So those are generic red flags that I was talking about. Some red flags across the board that can interfere with a business relationship, a romantic relationship, any type of relationship that you have. Stealing, cheating, lying, those are generic. But for me, red flag in a relationship, I kind of agree with some of the comments. If you're in a relationship with somebody, and I like to talk, don't send me no text. I don't want to argue through no damn text message.
Why you arguing already? Though?
Or when but I'm not saying that's in the beginning.
Oh, you talking about down the line?
Like down the line, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you do have red flags, pet peeves, or whatever you want to call them, I think whenever you deal with somebody, you need to, especially when you're going into a new relationship, I think you need to put it out there. I think they need to understand. I think they need to understand who you are and what you deal with and what your limitations are.
And what's important to you. I feel like you definitely just being upfront and honest in the beginning, and the things that are definitely deal breakers for you, and being honest and letting them know.
Yeah, the deal breakers are the red flags.
Yeah. So, I see somebody said people let their emotions lead instead of reality. And that's true. Like, that's people just not being upfront when they meet somebody. Like, do you really want a relationship? Do you not want one?
Right.
You know, I see someone say on keeping a job. Baby, listen. We be talking about this.
We talk about this every
these jobs. Why these people don't want to get a screwdriver? Go tune up something. Do something. It's like, why are we grown and not having jobs? You know,
Dairy Queen paying $15 an hour.
Baby.
Dairy Queen paying $15 an hour.
Baby, it's better to get 15 than zero.
Walmart.
I know. That's what I'm saying. There's no excuse not to have a job.
Walmart, if you taking them little groceries out to the car, I don't care what you doing.
Do something, baby. Check them receipts when somebody bringing something back at Walmart.
That's what men and women too, man. Because shoot, I don't want to red flag for me dealing with a broke woman.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with no broke ass.
What you mean, bro?
They ain't got no money.
What kind of money they gotta have?
Yeah, what you gotta have?
Set amount.
If you can't buy me a snow cone, if you can't get me if you can't get me
ashtray change right there.
Well, they ain't got it.
Yeah, you talking about a big savings. No,
I'm talking about if we go out to eat or something, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes men want to be treated too.
Of course.
So 50-50 to me is like I might take you out 3 times and I'll pay.
Yeah.
But that 4th time, you know what I'm saying?
Hard for the pay.
Yeah, if I'm, come on, get me sometimes. And if you always like, I ain't really got it right now all the time, I don't like that.
I don't like that. I ain't really got it right now.
Yeah, I ain't down with that.
I ain't down with that either. No. I see so many people overlook red flags. And it's almost like, well, it ain't gonna happen to me, or this isn't gonna happen to me because I'm a better woman, or I look better than the other person, or it's always some like crazy excuse on why they overlook something. And I think that to me, when you see, like my grandma used to always say, if it walk like a duck, it's a duck. Like, quit trying to make a duck a dog. Like,
Mm,
just, it is what it is. What you see is what you get.
yeah.
And I think that even if you still allowed yourself to be in the relationship or the friendship, don't be surprised when something happens. And I think that's what happens when women overlook red flags. It's like, now they be done told you all the damn red flags they saw. And then down the line, well, girl, he did this. And then you be thinking, well, shit, I remember back in 2018 when you met him, you said that he was like this, and then you crying about it.
Yeah.
But you had already seen it long ago. So why are you crying about it? It's like, to me, as a woman, it is when you see the red flag, just step back a little bit and see if it really is what it is. Because sometimes we can be too into what has hurt us in the past, which could stop us from moving forward. And we'll be picking at every little thing that a man does. But just step back and check it out a little bit so that you won't go too far, and then you won't have to deal with that in the long run, which is something that you saw at the beginning. Because to me, it's better if you observe in the beginning and you see these things, you can go on and jump out, because you really have nothing, you haven't put nothing into it.
Right.
So you have, like, yeah, you haven't invested anything. You know what I'm saying? So
That's why you got to get to know people. And I like what Yvette said. She said, too jealous and insecure is a bad sign.
oh yeah, I don't deal with them.
But to piggyback off what you just said, I think a lot of people are rushing to jump into relationships without really getting to know people. And another thing, if you're in a relationship and you've been in this for a while, I think people ignore red flags because they don't want to start all over with somebody new.
At times.
I've heard men and women say that because they don't want to start all, even me. You know what I'm saying? You'll deal with a person for so long until it gets to a point where, you know what, look, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And then you end up walking away, but you stay in that situation because you don't want to start all over and go through the meeting process and, you know, shifting through.
It's just the time you'd invested in it as well.
And see, I don't really feel like that. I don't care about no time.
So you just cut them off?
Yeah, she done.
What? Baby will be with somebody else at the other Thanksgiving next year.
Yeah,
my cousins will be meeting me at the door talking about, now what's his name?
Yeah,
baby, I was 86 you.
Willie Earl. She done brought Willie Earl.
Baby, she done brought Willie Earl, nephew. I don't like, and I'm not gonna say I ain't never overlooked red flags, because I have, you know, at some point. But when you get a lot older,
why did you overlook them? Why? That's what we're talking
about. Because you like the person. You know, you like the person, and then
That
part of
that the majority of the time it's that. And then you really realize that when you start maturing, you understand that that's really not that important, because what I don't like is what I don't like. And I'm never going to like it. So I'm just going to opt out because I'm never going to like it. So then that means we're going to be at odds all the time. So that's why I had to grow up, and I had to learn that when I see something I don't like, I just keep it pushing. It ain't no bad blood. We cool, we Gucci, and I'm going to X out. And we're not going to have no resentment towards each other, because we still cool, because we went ahead and understood that I don't like what you do. And it's okay for you to do what you want to do. I just don't like, and I don't want to invite it into my space. So I'm going to move forward without you. And then you can go meet somebody who do what you like to do.
Yeah.
How many strikes they get before you let the person go? Two.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Margaret, because she made a comment on here. She was talking about
it's entertaining too many women.
No, she said lack of intimacy. Now, there's different levels of intimacy. I just wanted to know specifically what part of intimacy was she talking about, because I think that's true. You know, there's some people out there, you know, red flag for me is like, I don't know. I don't like a lot of PDA, public display of affection. That's just
really that surprises me.
Where you just caught kissing and tonguing all in front of people.
Oh no, I don't like all that.
That's a level of intimacy. I just want to know what she talking about. She talking about behind closed doors, or is she talking about out in public, holding hands? I mean, there's different types of intimacy. You know, intimacy can be
She
just
said not
engaging.
physical.
Not physical.
Yeah, it can be me engaging you when you come through the door. And I'm just really trying to get to know how your day went. You know, that's the level of intimacy, you know,
Mm.
that can lead to the bedroom, you
Uh-huh.
know. So I just wanted to know what Margaret, she said not physical.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, she said not physical. I see somebody say you have to heal from the red flags, which also makes it harder for the next person. I want to talk about that
Uh, me too.
because I had a conversation. I've been having a conversation about women healing.
Mm.
Me personally, I've never been the type who felt like I need to heal because I don't be doing nothing wrong in a relationship. So if I left you, then that means you did something wrong. So what am I healing from?
Michelle,
I'm not healing from a damn thing because
Michelle,
I ain't do no. I'm not. No, no, no. Hold on. I don't feel like
mute
I
your
need.
microphone.
What am I healing from?
Oh shit! I'm
Because
so
I'm not gonna let you put your ugliness on me, so I can be 2, 4, 5 years down the line still talking about numb your whole renegade cure while you over here in a whole nother relationship on a damn cruise ship with your new boo. No,
oh shit!
I ain't taking, baby. I'm not. I don't feel like I have to heal from nothing. I've never understood that, Tanika. I mean, that's just me.
What?
I don't really feel like I need to heal from nothing. What did I do wrong to you? Okay, yeah, I may have done some things, but I don't. I feel like you the reason why we broke up. You probably cheated on me. You probably hit me, or whatever happened with us, or whatever. So I don't feel like I did anything wrong. I don't feel like I need to heal from that. You need to go heal and get yourself together. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna brush my shoulders off and keep it pushing. But I don't feel like I need to heal. Like,
In other words, you're saying that the things that they have done in the relationship doesn't really affect you.
because I puts it all on them. When I leave,
Mm-hmm.
I think of all the bad things you've done to me and how
And you don't do nothing to nobody.
no.
And so in the next relationship, the things that they have done, you don't carry over. You just like, you know what?
Mm-mm.
You don't look.
Okay,
Now
so
I do look for them red flags. The next time I'll be like,
so when
but
they
I don't let it affect me.
so when they left you or whatever you left them, right?
Uh-huh.
So when they left you, they did something to you, right?
Yeah. Or I
And
normally leave them. I'll be like Chris and Michelle, blame
but
it
there's
on
something
me.
that happened.
Say it's my fault.
But it's something that happened, right?
Yeah.
But you don't think that would affect you?
No, I don't let it affect me.
Basically, that's the thing, you know, something when dealing with anybody, you're going to always have baggage from a previous relationship, situationship. And before, what Tanika's trying to say is that you need to unpack that baggage. Now,
You're never going to.
it's
Let
not
me tell
about
you
whose
something.
fault it is.
You're never, but this is the thing. You're never going to unpack that baggage.
Why not?
Because if your brain remembers patterns. So if somebody start acting like something that you've seen in the past, that baggage is coming back. You cannot unpattern your brain. Your brain has already, that has happened. It's an event in your mind and it is going to be there. Now you're always going to be almost on the lookout, but at some point you have to mature up and say, okay, is this person like this or is this person like that? I'm not saying that
about how you handle it.
I'm not saying that it doesn't affect
Everybody does
me.
have baggage, and sometimes you got to check yourself. And because you don't want to respond like you responded to Willie Earl, you don't want to respond to Jason the same way you responded to Willie Earl. That's
yeah, but Willie Earl, Jason might have to get what Willie Earl got, and then we got to figure it out together after that. Shit, he know I'm coming out of something. He knows something happened to me. That's why
I kind of see what you say, because if he did the same thing that Willie Earl was doing, that he done, okay, it's like, okay, I see that flag.
Your brain remember patterns.
I get what you're saying.
I think that women
time to get to know these people before you got down that road.
I believe that too, but then like I just believe that women stay in that spot too long. Like how long do you stay in your grief when you break up with somebody? Like this man that went on, he didn't had a whole family, he didn't got married on in Cancun, and you still over here talking about I'm unpacking my baggage. No, keep it pushing. He
I
has
think
moved
I
on.
always thought
You
it was
know,
easier
and
for a
listen,
woman.
9 times out of 10, they be the ones that broke your heart. You been over there cooking, watching that nigga draws, making sure he got a warm towel when he get out the shower, and that nigga be over there talking to your homegirl cousin. So why are you let him waddle in his sorrow, and when you leave him, you don't take that baggage, because too many times what happened with women, the men will make women feel like they are the reason that they went out and did that. And that is not the truth. And women will believe that shit in their head that, oh, if I was cute enough and my stomach was flat enough, if I went out a little more, if I freaked them up a little more, he probably wouldn't have won this. Because those are the things that men put in women's head. Mm-hmm. When they have done women wrong, they will say things like, oh, you fuss too much, or you too this, or you didn't have enough sex with them, or you this and that. And then they will make the woman feel like she is the problem. No, baby, I put that jacket right on their back. I put that backpack on their back, and I stuff that shit in there. And you gonna take your own luggage. I ain't taking.
First of all, what you're not gonna do is sit up here and blame all the men. Because I'm telling you right now, these women act just like dudes.
Hey man, I can only speak from my experience. I don't know.
I'm just saying that you said men, you making a blanket statement. Not all men do that. There's a lot of women that do the same thing the men do, and it's easier. I've seen it. I've seen women get over men like the very next day.
I'm not okay, and that may be true.
And then be hollering with your homeboy on the cruise or somebody else.
You think it's the next day, or do you feel like maybe women, we definitely will stay with a man, but we, definitely when
I can't speak for women. I can speak for men, but go ahead.
So for women, that's what we do. Like, we definitely will stay in a situation probably longer than we should. But
I've stayed in the situation longer than I should.
We check out emotionally real quick. Like,
look, I've been in a relationship where I stayed way too long. It got so damn bad that I had to go and see a counselor. And I'm just being.
Did you see red flags?
When I saw them and I ignored them, but it was a living situation.
Why did you ignore them?
Why did I ignore them? Because I was comfortable. I was comfortable. I ain't gonna lie. I like my little lifestyle that I had.
What lifestyle was that?
It wasn't like no major lifestyle, but you come home and you get lights on, you're comfortable, you're eating, and you like, okay, I can deal with this little bullshit until it got to a point where I couldn't take it anymore. So I left. And so when I left, I took half my shit and left the rest and didn't even get because I didn't care. I was done. I was over with it. So now when I go into a new situation or relationship, I put these pet peeves or red flags of mine and I tell the person up front, I'm not going to deal with this. Now that I put the ball in your court, now it's either for you to deal with it or not, because I'm telling you now, I'm not dealing with it. I'm in previous relationships dealing with women. Money has been an issue. I don't want to deal with a broke ass woman. I don't. I've been down that road. I don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations where they just blow all their money and then looking all upside your head.
That's a red flag for you.
That is a red flag.
And I'm not mad at you because women don't want broke men either. So you can do that. I mean, I totally get it. Like, if you meet a woman and she don't have her finances together, or she don't make, to me, it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you're good with your finances, you'll have money. But I understand what you're saying. Like, you don't have to put up with that either. I'm not saying that you have to.
Most men are broke.
Who said that, Renee?
Renee, keep a buck, Aaron. Yeah. I'm just saying. Most men are broke. I work 2 jobs.
Women take care of men. They get brand new if they have to do something. Yeah. I don't know, man, but I just think that, when
let me list some of my red flags.
when we see those red flags, I think we
Ask
should
you what your
definitely.
red flags were, sir.
I'm about to tell you what my red flag.
Who asked you a long
Number
time
one,
ago?
a woman that's interrupting me when I'm trying to talk.
Eric, shut up and just
Red flag.
go on and tell us again. Shit. Go.
Okay. Broke woman. Lying, cheating, if you snore real loud.
What?
She probably be tired. Shit.
She tired of washing your drawers, so that she tired. Shit, she tired.
Washing my drawers. It don't take no, just throw it in the washing machine.
Tired. Go ahead. What else?
Shoot, she got to be able to cook something. Make
Okay, okay.
You like
yeah,
him for hair?
do y'all women cook these days? Do
You
y'all
like him
cook?
for hair? Is that all right?
Do y'all buy the groceries these days? Shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I buy groceries.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Okay. I
Find
mean,
somebody
can you peel a potato?
Sure do. Like my mama used to do it.
And then what you do with it after that?
Baby, I fry it or I make him a potato, baby.
You cut it up, you wash them, and you
know what I'm saying?
You need to do.
Michelle left out the washing part.
Boy, you know I probably wash that potato with bleach.
Do you wash your chicken?
Probably with bleach.
I need a woman. If you don't wash your chicken,
that's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
What have been married all my life and cooking on me shit.
Wendy,
Renee say she been married all her life and cooking on me and shit.
And I agree. Wendy, Aaron is sick. He really is. You know, he really is.
Somebody said it's important to set boundaries at the gate.
I was just fixing to say
that is actually you should set boundaries at the gate. You know,
I just said that.
Yeah, I mean, she's just kind of maybe saying it off of what you said.
No, I'm just joking right now.
No,
but I can
think
cook.
that
That's one thing is, if I require some, best believe that I can do it. So I'm not gonna ask you to do something that I can't do.
All right.
So my grandma taught me how to cook when I was young. She made me sit in the kitchen and watch it. You know what I'm saying? I can. What you want me to cook? I can do it. I can smother some chicken. I can make whatever you want. I can do it. I can sew. I can put a hem in your pants. I can make pillows. I know how to make a bed. I can show you my bed right now. It look like Dillard's. I'm telling you.
Not the display.
Huh?
Not the display.
He do.
It look like a disc. I promise you.
No, he do. I can't tell because one time
some people say I'm OCD, but that's not. I don't like the red flag, nasty ass person. I can't deal with nobody nasty or a hoarder. You go in there and it's dusty. You got dishes in the sink, old ass food in the refrigerator. And this is stuff that you see when you first meet a person. They invite you over. So if I go to your house and I'm uncomfortable to just sit down, because then it makes me wonder about your maintenance of your body. Like, how do you take care of your body?
Red flag.
Like when you said about the car, that's one of the biggest red flags.
I got in somebody's car. I ain't gonna lie. I don't close the door. I grab the handle. Why is it open ketchup packets? And I'm looking at my hand. Like,
oh my God. I can't.
You had ketchup on your finger?
I just got out the shower. Now I smell like some old
for real. I can't.
Ketchup and vinegar. Yeah. No. That's no. Red flag. Yeah.
Boy, you's a fool. And nasty people quick to invite folks up. Margaret, you ain't lying. Oh, but you know what I noticed though? Wendy say, Aaron, where you meet these females?
Yeah. What do you mean to me, Aaron?
Margaret, you know what though, Margaret? Because Margaret say nasty people. I'm gonna tell you something what I learned about some of these women. These women that go to the club, baby, they be on fire. Ooh, bam, bam, bam. Baby, you go. They be people that you know. You go over, you might get your head, whatever, and baby, what Hurricane Chris say? Hey, baby.
Oh, you know what's another red flag? If you look at it, if the woman's kids, if she look better than her kids are dressed, that's a red flag for me. I'm telling you, when I get my son AJ, he'll tell you. We go straight to the barbershop. Ask Paul. Paul, I don't give a damn. He live in East Texas. They can't cut hair down there. So as soon as Dad, I just got a hair. Nope. We're going straight to the barbershop. We're going to get him some shoes. I don't care. My son has to look better than me because I feel bad as a parent if I'm going around and I look better than my son. I don't play that. So if I'm dealing with a woman and she look better than her kids, that's a red flag for me.
I think, you know what?
OCD though. You really are.
He is. My red flags is you got to be a hustler. You got to know how to go out and make some money. You got to get on that job. You got to hustle that job, or you got to have you a hustle. A legal one. Your shoes, the way you dress, your breath, your hygiene has to be on. I cannot deal with it because I'm gonna tell y'all something. My mouth, shit just comes out of it. Like I be thinking and then just roll off my tongue. So I may say anything. So to me, you have to be on point because I feel like if you're a grown ass person and you get up and you look at yourself in the mirror, you have to know that you're going to be talking to people. Your damn breath is going to be, we don't want to smell your breath. Your underarms, we don't want to smell no albacore tuna. We don't want to smell none of these odors. You need to be smelling good and you need to keep yourself up to par.
So hygiene.
Your hygiene.
Breath can't smell like hot dog water.
I love your teeth need to be nice. You need to have nice teeth. I love nice teeth. I love nice shoes. I like the way a man dress. I like smell goods. You need to smell good. You need working, like I said before, working. You need to work. You need to be a thoughtful person. My dad was very thoughtful to his kids when we were young. So my dad has always gifted me. He have always bought me things. So when you get with me, you better know you better get them gifts in and you better get them gifts fast. Because I'm used to it.
Look how he looking. Oh, hell.
Aaron, talk to my daddy because he the one who started it. But I don't expect big gifts. I mean, just some flowers. I think you can get them from HEB. Like, I'm not a picky gift, but I love gifts.
HEB flowers are hot.
You can get them off the road from the little Hispanic people.
They hot.
I mean?
Like thoughtfulness, like she said.
I just want you to be thoughtful. You know what I mean? Because I'm that way. When I'm with somebody and I know they like something, I hear them talking about something on the phone, I go and get it. You know what I mean? So
I like PlayStation 5.
Man. So if you're not any of those things, those are red flags for me.
I think too, one of the things for me that I look at is how you move around. I think how you treat your family. I think how you treat your kids. I think how you treat your mother. Yeah. I think those are big things for me too. Mm-hmm. So those are all the things that I look at when
I knew this was a red flag. I dealt with a woman one time.
Let her finish her red flags.
It's
you interrupted me.
Go ahead, Aaron. God, go ahead. You know, me and him can't be on here for too long together because this is what ends up happening. But go ahead.
That's a pet peeve, a woman that ain't got no patience.
Yeah, I don't. It's gone. It left with my kids alone.
Look who's talking.
Yeah. But a woman that, have y'all ever dealt with somebody who cussed out their parents?
Nah.
Oh, no, that's absolutely.
I'm not dealing with you.
No.
Because that shows a lot of attitude.
I was like, what?
If I heard somebody cussing out their parents, you better know your number is blocked. I don't fool with you. Yeah. Because one thing about it, me and my parents have not seen eye to eye probably my whole life because I was a bad child. Yeah. But I will never, ever date a man who talks ill to their mother.
No.
It ain't happening. Or their father. Neither one of them. Now, you cannot like something that they have done, and that's okay because we all have experienced that with our own children. But you will not disrespect your parents in front of me. I don't care who they are or what they have done in their life.
You out.
They brought you in this world.
And Charles said they still alive.
Okay.
Yeah, lying.
Because me and Michelle talked about this earlier. I even think kind of just the way you deal with your friends on a personal level, and we're gonna go to friends and relationships. I think how you deal with them too, and how you interact and what you say sometimes, for me, that's a red flag. So I can't say with friends, like just how you talk, I don't like certain things. You cussing people and hey, I don't know, I don't like it. So for me, that's a red flag.
Well, Eric, I cuss all the time.
But I mean, you don't be like
too much.
But no. I mean, but you don't be cussing me out like.
Oh no.
She cussed me out though.
Yeah, but if you blah blah blah, we don't talk like that. Like, okay, we might be playing around, but I'm saying in general, like, I don't really like. I think it's disrespectful. So for me, just cussing and even saying curse words, I just ain't never played like that. So a lot of people play like that, but I don't. So
I want a woman with some God in her life too. Now that's a red flag.
You go to church.
I remember I dated this woman before. I dated this woman for a long time. This was years ago, and we had two different religious backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Baptist, and she was from Africa. She was a real African American, but she was like some religion called Coptic. Have y'all ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So no, it didn't work because
it wasn't here. So I don't know. But I mean, to each his own.
But my woman that I deal with has to have some sort of relationship with God.
No, I think that's first and foremost. You definitely need to have a relationship with God. I don't care if you reading the Bible, if you getting up logging into church. I think you need to have some type of relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
That's first and foremost. For sure.
Yeah, I think that's very important to have a relationship with God. I mean, I know a lot of people don't go to church all the time, but you have to have some type of prayer life. You have to have some type of connection with God. Yeah, I think that's a must in a relationship. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Have y'all ever dealt with a man that tried to get you too quickly into a relationship? How do y'all feel about that? A person that tries to pressure
don't like it, and you out of there. If you out, definitely for me, what's the pressure for? What's the rush? If you definitely y'all kicking it, y'all hanging out, you getting to know each other, everything is good. What's the rush? Like, I don't know. So for me, it's definitely a red flag. Because I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, I feel like you trying to rush into, I don't know, it could be sex, it could be marriage, it could be, and I don't think that that's a rush. I think if everything is good between y'all two and you learning each other and you getting to know each other, I don't think that there's a rush. So that's a big red flag for me. It's a no for me. If anybody pressures me into anything, I'm done. So that might be be number 2 under the shoes.
Do you ask if?
Let me answer that question.
I think also too.
Let me answer that question.
You want to answer that question? Go ahead, answer that question.
I rush people into relationships.
See, here we go.
I need your microphone, please.
No, I already know what I want. What the hell is we waiting on?
Do you know his birthday?
No, she definitely different. Like
I know my husband's birthday.
I'm just saying.
When I meet you, I've already checked you out. I've been watching you for some time. I already didn't observe. I've already talked to people about you. I already kind of know you a little bit on the cool. I check it out. But I do move very fast because I feel like I didn't did this relationship shit too long. I already know what I want. What are we waiting on? All I need to know is that you don't hit on people.
Red flag.
If you do any one of those, you out of there.
Yeah.
If I hear that you have hit on somebody, no, I ain't interested no more. But if you don't hit, because I know other problems are gonna rise. But yeah, I move real quick. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I wanted to answer that question. Child.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
Now, what about it?
You
Have
got
you
2 years
found out?
to marry me anyway. We ain't going together no 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Baby, what are you waiting on? I didn't cook.
But
We
you
didn't
know what?
under the
So you
same
don't
cover.
mind the back to
What are
back
we
to back
waiting
to
on?
back
Yeah, but
relationship?
you know what? I think, and the only reason why I guess I'm like that too is because I was in a relationship for 20 something years. So
Right.
for me, my thing is different dating now. But Michelle's is a little different because she wasn't in no like long term. And so for me, it's like, I got to see what's going on first. I need to feel you out. I need to see how you move every day on a day-to-day basis. I need to see in 2 or 3 years, am I still gonna like you? Do I still want you here after about 2 or 3 years? Cause I didn't got in my shit and I didn't got comfortable. I'm in my own space. I'm in my own house. I do my own thing. So do I really want you here after 3 years? And if it might change. So definitely I gotta see.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Aaron, do you move fast?
No, hell no.
Yes, you do.
Aaron, stop it.
You
I
just a
do not move
liar.
Aaron,
fast.
stop it.
I'm like
You
a
just a
glacier.
liar.
I'm like an ice glacier. Just
Aaron, you forgot I know you a little bit,
You
right?
just yeah.
I know
you
you
know
just
me
a
because
little
you
bit.
see me on TV.
Yeah.
Wow, that's it. Only on TV. I know you a little bit. I know you a little bit more than that. So yeah, just a little bit.
No, I don't see what the have I moved fast.
Stop
I did.
it. Don't
I
even
did.
pause.
I did.
I'm just waiting on him to tell the lie so I can just bust him out.
Nah, for real, because I'm finna say, sir.
I did when I got married. I did. I moved
Okay.
fast.
Yeah.
You know, I saw a lot of perks. You know, she had a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I was attracted. She was fine to me.
So
She had, she had a good job. She had a car. She took care of. She had no kids. And shoot, I took advantage of the opportunity at hand, and I moved quickly into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you meet somebody and I don't know. At the time, I thought she was the one.
it's not, and that's not a bad thing. I'm definitely not saying if you see some things that is aligning with what you feel like you want at the time and you take advantage of that, it's not a bad thing. All of us definitely move different. Me and Michelle talk about it all the time. We opposite in the way we move and how we feel definitely about relationships. And that's definitely not a bad thing.
But that was in my early 30s. I'm knocking on 50.
Yeah.
I know I don't look it. But I'll be 50 this year. So
gray hair in your chin.
they got stuff for that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You go get some of that dye like them dudes do.
Yeah.
You know what? Hold on.
And that dye come off your beard.
We'll come back to that. But I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I'll be 50 this year. So when that happened, that was like 15, 20 years ago. I'm not the same person. Through experience, I've evolved. I've been through some things.
Right.
That developed different types of friendships that, people that I didn't think I would be friends with are some of my best friends now.
Yeah.
And I don't discriminate. I have friends, the whole entire rainbow. I got a set of white friends. I got a set of Hispanic friends, Black friends. I got a set of friends. I got all type of friends. And so through that time and experience and dealing with different women and to where I am now, I think I move slower, because think about it, the time that we're living in today, there's a lot of crazy people out there.
Yeah.
And mental health is real. And I think a lot of times people have mental issues that they have not addressed. And you can get into a situation and don't know it because when you first meet a person, you meet that representative. Yeah. It takes time to get to know a person. And if you've been dealing with a person, hit them like, say like you've been dating a person 4 or 5 months. Hit them with this. Hey, when's my birthday?
Boy, I don't even remember my mama's birthday sometimes.
That's your fault though. But that's me saying that you're not taking the time to get to know that person.
No, I don't think that's
yeah, you should at least know someone's birthday, their favorite color, their favorite flower, what their favorite food, something.
So that's important to you, and that's okay. So that's what you need to, but that's the things that you have to let that person know when you meet somebody up front, that those are the type of things that's important to you. So you let her know, hey, you know what? When y'all talking and getting to know each other, birthdays, holidays, all that stuff means something to you. Because some people, it doesn't mean anything to them. It's not important. So you can't just say, I'm cutting her out because she don't know.
That is a terrible deal breaker.
So what? It's my deal breaker. Okay, since we want to talk about terrible deal breakers, and we're going to go back to what you were talking about. You're talking about dying the beard, right?
Oh, Lord.
No, I don't care about nobody.
Anthony Davis had posted talking about getting to know women to really know what they really look like. Because you know what some women do, even men, they do this, they do these angles with this phone, and then when you meet them, that ain't what they putting on social media. Now, I know a lot of women wear wigs.
Sure do. Baby got 4.
And then how many you got?
Oh, 4. Do you need me to pull them out?
Do they have names? But anyway.
No.
Eyelashes.
I wear eyelashes. But I like my stuff to look natural. I'm not.
Then women put on these, what do y'all call it, to make your waist looks.
The waist trainers thing.
My mama's been wearing waist trainers for years. Shit.
But then when you get them home and they take all that off, and that ain't what they sold you.
But y'all be selling shit y'all ain't got either. Let's talk
about
it.
I don't be catfish. I take my hat off.
Over there looking like Joe Budden.
Huh? What you say?
Oh, you looking like Joe Budden. Lord.
But what I'm saying is
I can understand that sometimes people are just overly do some of these changes, like
I think that's what.
So is that a red flag?
Yes.
Is that a red flag for you? Do you like women who wear weave and eyelashes and nails?
But I'm trying to get off the subject. Some y'all women, right? Please explain to me and help me understand what are the eyelash thing? What is that and why?
Aaron, we're not talking about eyelashes. We're gonna talk about eyelashes another day.
But I just want to know: do women wear that stuff for other women? Because it's showing the hell for men. Because we don't care about your eyelashes. Like, why do women?
Because we wanted to look. We feel like we look good with it on.
I don't know. I'm not.
Look like you got
that's a red flag. You don't like that? Is that a red flag for you?
I don't like eyelashes.
It look like a bush. I don't know. You know what?
If it's not
on Instagram, now women are getting weaves on their eyebrows.
Oh, that's dumb.
This boy here, I don't know.
I'm not making this shit. I'm not making this up.
I don't know.
Anyway, this is a red flag. If you selling me something, if you got all this makeup on, all this wig and these eyelashes and waist trainer, and then we get to home and you ain't.
That might be another topic. That might be another topic for another day.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I do want to say, Mark said 6 months to a year, you should know. I think that you should know, but I don't think that that's long enough for me to know this person, like as far as their patterns, because I feel like in 6 months, you still in that little puppy dog phase. Mm-hmm. Like, I think as time goes on, and this is me personally, I feel like in a couple of years, that whole representative has kind of played off. You starting to see that every day in the way they move, right? And I mean, it shouldn't take that long, but sometimes it do. You start seeing how they move with their finances, how they move with their kids, how they just do things a certain way, how they just I don't know, because I still feel like within 6 months, I still feel like I don't know nobody.
I agree
So
with you.
for me, it's different. Not everybody. So
With
Yeah.
that being said, I want to address what Charles said. I saw it on here. What's his name? Charles Jackson. He said it's too honest a red flag.
Mm,
uh,
that's interesting.
that's a good one.
Being too honest. No, I mean, I like honesty.
Cheers.
I'm a very transparent person. So to me, I talk a lot about my life and the things that I do. So to me, honesty is better, because one thing about it, when you get in a relationship with somebody is going to come tell your past to the person that you're dating, or somebody's gonna say something about you. So to me, I put all the shit straight out on the line. If you gonna get with it or you not. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lying about nothing. And so we gonna lay out everything, just be honest. It is what it is, and you keep it pushing. You know what I mean? So
So
I think
I don't think it's even that. It's not necessarily, I feel like somebody's gonna come tell your past, or always being upfront like really early, because what if that's a person that you really not feeling, and that you really don't know where things are going, and somebody's coming and telling your story, and that might be something that you're not ready to necessarily just share
right.
that up front. So I don't know if that's always the thing for me. And I think I have a selected few of people that I do talk to and that I do hang with. It's always been like that ever since I can remember. So I don't feel like I need to tell everybody everything about me once I meet them, or just because we cool and we hanging out. It's for the people that I'm very close to,
Yeah.
that I know. I don't feel like I need to tell everybody everything. It's not your business. If I want you to know, I'm gonna tell you. If I don't, I don't. It's not that I'm hiding anything that I've ever been through, because that's not the issue. It's just that I don't feel like I need to tell you everything that I have been through. It's none of your business.
Yeah.
So that's just me. So
yeah, well, it depends on the level of honesty you want to share, but I agree with you on that too. I agree with both y'all. I mean, just some
yeah,
things.
definitely.
Some things are just you don't need to know that.
It's not a right and wrong for sure. It's
Yeah,
your personal, like,
everybody ain't gonna tell you everything.
personal.
No. And I mean, as you shouldn't, but I think that
Are you gonna tell a man your body count?
if he
If you
want
want
to
to know, if
You'll
he
tell him.
I mean, people went with people before you came around. Everybody got some bodies under their belt. So, who without saying cast the first stone? Like, who can talk about who?
it's a
You
red
know what I'm
flag.
saying?
So for me, that's a red flag. I definitely need to know. I'm not saying that it's a deal breaker.
And then people
I
not
think
gonna
it's
tell
something
you the truth
yeah.
anyway. You got some people who gonna straight up lie about it. They're not gonna be honest. You just have some people who they just sneaky like that. They just not gonna tell the truth. They gonna give you a little snippet, and then they just not gonna tell the truth. To
Yeah.
me, whatever it is, to me, I really don't get into people's past relationships. Honestly, when I get in a relationship with somebody, I start talking to them. I really don't care to talk about the person that they went with before me. It ain't none of my business. I don't care why you broke up with her, because 9 times out of 10, your ass is probably lying because a man gonna always look like they was the best in a relationship. That's to try to win you over, to make you think you getting the prize. I didn't play that game before. If you
Why
want
keep
the
saying
prize,
men are gonna be to make it seem like we was the
Because
best?
that's what she's
Not
supposed
all
to
men
know.
do
and
that.
that's how I feel. Most men do that. They pump up the story. They make the woman look terrible, like they was the best thing smoking. They did this for her, and she just didn't appreciate I was a good man. Okay.
Aaron, you are a man, so we know you on here. So if that's
And
what
I mean, you may be a different type of man, but my whole thing with that is that that's just the way that is. So it's like, I mean,
this what we get fed all the time.
yeah.
Trust me, we get it. It's always said the woman is always the problem. Anytime we have met a man, and
Ask me that question.
I'm saying but I am being honest. Every man that I have met, that female has always been the problem. It's never been because I did this, I messed up. and this is why we're not together. I
Yeah.
have never once
Just
heard one
take
man
it for the team.
and been.
Okay, let me give y'all some news y'all can use, right? So my mama always taught me this.
We
And
don't
this-
need it because we already know it's a
Well,
real.
you probably already know it, but you know, it's his side, their side, and somewhere in the middle is the truth, right? But you know what people always do? And this is the key. They always leave out the juicy part. And so the juicy part is what you did, or what he did, or what she did in the relationship. People gonna always leave that out. So, you know, like Michelle says, it really doesn't matter. But sometimes I want to get the background information. You know, maybe I can read into it or read between the lines, because you know, when somebody starts telling you a story, you be like, no, you ain't telling the whole truth. And ain't not everybody gonna do that.
You know, both stories.
I
gonna
do
get
that to
told
try to
anyway.
get to know the person.
Right.
Right. Well, both stories gonna get told anyway. You gonna give your version to your people, and then that man gonna give his version. So both versions gonna be out there. It just depends on who believes what. And a lot of times we believe based off of the actions that we have seen through the people who's telling the stories.
Right.
Because the 9 times out of 10, we know both people. We know who was doing this. We know who was doing that. So the story is told anyways. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to me, I tell my version of the story. I'm always gonna tell the truth. If I did something, I did it. If I didn't, I didn't. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
That's the
Now,
thing.
I'm a lie about mine though.
But I had a breakup before, and I was the person, and it was like, oh, Michelle was the person. She's controlling, and she's this, and I'm like, you know what? Blame it on me. Say it's my fault. Say I left you aside in the cold with a broken heart.
But do you mean it though?
Yes. But let me tell you something about me, and this is what makes me a rare female. I don't put up with no man shit. You get 1 or 2 chances with me, and I 86 you. I don't have enough time to be babysitting and trying to coach no man on how to do me right. I don't really play like that. You need to be set in stone when you come over to me. And you need to know what you want. I don't have time for you to be figuring out what you want, how you gonna do it. And I will give you the opportunity, but I don't have time to play your little game. I got 3 children by 3 different guys. I done been in enough relationships. I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm heading. I'm not getting off track. You're gonna have to get on track with me. I'm 46 years old. I'm not no 20-some-year-old girl who waiting on a nigga to come push me forward. That ain't what I do. I'm already moving forward. You need to come get on the train and keep it moving with me. So I don't really do all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't.
Yeah. And that's it.
A red flag that she just mentioned, another one.
That's how she do.
I don't want to be with no controlling person. I can't deal with that.
I think people can use that controlling.
That's an insecurity thing for me.
Yeah, I think that people try to use that when they know they're not doing right. Controlling.
Not true.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
That is not true.
I think it's insecurity.
Controlling is somebody like, you gonna watch the game? Yeah. Like, why you gonna watch the game? Because it's on. You don't want to spend time with me. You knew the game was coming on. And then they get mad, and then nobody wants to deal with that type of controlling behavior. To me, that's a red flag. I ain't dealing with it. I want the freedom to do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. And I don't want to be with somebody who's not secure with themselves. You know, in any relationship or any friendship, you got to have the time to miss each other. You know what I'm saying? That's how you make that bond stronger.
So we talk about that with friendships too, is that definitely being secure in your friendship with your friends. Everybody is different. Everybody got different friends. Everybody hang out with different people. And it might not all be the same. Y'all might not all mesh, but you need to be comfortable with, okay, me and you still cool. Me and her still cool. We come together. This is me and you, and this is me and her. I don't know. It's just,
I think that, yeah. I think with friendships, I think you just need to be the friend that you want somebody to be to you. You can't ask for something. It's just the same in a relationship. You can't say you want steak and shrimp, but then you bringing fish sticks to the table. That shit don't work like
Yeah,
that
you got to be able to
in
reciprocate.
friendships.
Put it-
You need to bring what you say you want. If
Yeah,
you want this type of friend, you need to be that type of friend.
that's
If
right.
you ain't, then you need to get off the friend board and go play with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And go be with the friends that don't really want to be friends with you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because some people take friendships very, and I do, because my sister don't live here. She lives out of town. And so I don't see her much. So when I'm in a friendship, I take my friendships like that and my relationship the same way with my husband. He knows how I am in this relationship. He knows it's us. And it ain't no in between that. You know what I'm saying? And in my friendships, I let all my friends know I love them, I care about them.
Right.
And it is what it is. So
Yeah. Yes,
yeah. Well,
yes.
yeah, this was good. This was good. So y'all, the time has come to
Yeah.
us to end this podcast. We want to end this by thanking you guys for joining tonight. We love all the comments. It was cool for y'all to be commenting. We enjoy you guys tuning in and talking with us. Um, you guys make sure to go subscribe to our Relocked podcast on YouTube. Go subscribe, y'all. I'm going to have a drawing in a couple of weeks for $100. If you go subscribe, I'll put your name in a hat and we'll choose a winner. And tonight's podcast was sponsored by the Jaywalking event, Wendy Gonzalez. The Jaywalking for Jasmine event is held the Saturday before February the 25th at the Pflugerville Lake. All donations are accepted. As you can see across the bottom of our screen, we have the cash app there if you want to donate to the Jaywalking Foundation. And all the proceeds go to the American Red Cross for testicular cancer. So if you guys want to donate to that foundation, that will be awesome. So that Miss Wendy could help someone else that is in need with that has cancer. Um, you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, Aaron, and thank you, Erica, for being on here.
Mm, mm, mm.
Don't ignore the red flags.
Yes. Yes.
Don't
And,
ignore the red
but
flag.
I can say, don't be in the business of collecting those red flags. We don't collect red flags.
We don't collect them. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you guys. We'll talk to you next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. You guys tune in. Relock Podcast. We
Next
love you
week, be
guys.
blessed.
Good night. Peace out.